Matthew chapter 13, Parables. Parables are stories and word pictures, revealing spiritual truth. The Hebrew and Aramaic words for parable also mean allegory, riddle, or proverb. Scriptures, especially the Gospels, are filled with parables, images drawn from daily life in the world to represent and communicate the deep things of God. Parables give us glimpses of Him whose thoughts are not our thoughts and whose ways are not our ways. Isaiah 55, 8-9. The truth communicated by Jesus' parables, however, is not evident to all who hear them. The listener must have spiritual ears to hear, and even then, not all have the same degree of understanding. Thus, Jesus' statement that those who are outside all things come in parables may be translated, all things come in riddles. This quotation of Isaiah chapter 6, verses 9-10 does not mean he used parables to blind people or to lead them to punishment. On the contrary, it demonstrates that the people are responsible for their own lack of receptivity. Having grown dull and insensitive, they are unwilling to accept the message of the parables. As the mission of Isaiah in the Old Testament was to open the eyes of Israel to see the acts of God, so the parables of Jesus are intended to open the eyes of his hearers to the truth and lead them to produce the fruits of righteousness. Parables challenge the hearer and call for faith to perceive the mysteries of the kingdom. Insight into God's kingdom does not come simply through an intellectual understanding of the parables. Spiritual enlightenment is essentially a communication of faith in persons, words, and deeds of the Lord Jesus Christ. The use of parables was known in the Jewish culture long before Jesus. Jesus, however, brought the art of parables to perfection, relating aspects of the kingdom and speaking of God himself through vivid stories. His purpose was not only to reveal the truth with hearts prepared. He wished to draw responsive hearts past the entrance and into the very reality of God's kingdom, which he proclaimed and inaugurated. Among the familiar parables read on Sundays throughout the church are those of the sower, the Good Samaritan, the rich man and his crops, the Great Supper, the talents, the Pharisees and the tax collector, and the prodigal son. In opening to us the door of the kingdom of heaven, the parables help us to love God and to know Him, to understand and believe His grace, mercy and forgiveness, and to order our lives according to His holy word.